Hello, how are you? My name is Reese, and I am so excited to explain to you what a DOI is and how you can make it work for you. Let me tell you, a DOI is extremely important. Once you realize what you can do with a DOI, you will never look for a research article or academic peer-reviewed article ever the same way again. I will save you so much time. I am a 3-year student here at National University, and let me tell you, I can't count how many hours I have spent trying to find academically peer-reviewed sources for my assignments. And I'm going to show you how you can do it in 10 minutes so that you can start reading it and be writing your assignment in an hour. Let me show you 10 minutes of your time, and I'll show you how you too can find all the resources you need in 10 minutes. All right, let me share my screen. All righty. First off, what is a DOI? For some of you, you may not know what a DOI is. I've tried to explain it via text message to some of you, but let's give it a visual for though I know sometimes I need to see in order to understand. So a DOI stands for a digital object identifier. For some of us who are old, I'm just going to say it, I'm closer to 50 than I am 30. And when I was younger, we had to go to a library and we had to use the Dewey Decimal System. A DOI is very similar, only it is digital. Instead of going to a cabinet and looking things up through the Dewey Decimal System, we are looking things up online. Now, why do you care? Because obviously we can just put in a name and all that good jazz, and you go into the NU library and you use keywords and it gives you a bunch of things to look at. Well, here's the problem. It is scientifically proven when you have a plethora of things to go through that it is hard to make up your mind. Now, here's the thing. How do you narrow it down so you don't have so many things to look through and try to figure out which pieces of information that you want to use for your specific assignment? Well, a DOI. So, how do you find a DOI? A DOI is going to be on the article or the journal that you are looking at, and it will be probably within either on the top right or maybe 7 inches down on the page. It really depends on what the magnification on your screen is, and it will look like this. It is, it's usually starts with 10 and then dot, and then it has a series of numbers. Sometimes it'll have letters, but most of the time it's just numbers. So let me get rid of that. That is where you will find the DOI. Now, where would you use the DOI? Well, you would go to the library and you would put it in the search bar. But how are you going to find the right DOI for you? How are you going to maybe find a list of sources for you to have a DOI to even bring to the library? Well, it's quite simple and it is legit. You can use this method. Nobody's going to accuse you of cheating. I go to ChatGPT. Now, you need to understand the verbiage that is needed in order to get this to work for you. This is the verbiage that you will need. You will need to, well, first off, let's understand that there is qualitative, quantitative, and mixed method research. I would recommend asking ChatGPT for 3 peer-reviewed articles of each, but it is very important that you phrase it just like this. I need 3 qualitative, 3 quantitative, and 3 mixed method academic peer-reviewed sources that are open source and available as PDFs. Please ensure to include the DOI. Now, Why do we want 3: qualitative, quantitative, and mixed method? Well, it is not a mystery, and it is not, you know, it's kind of common knowledge that ChatGPT will hallucinate things, and the same thing is true with the DOI. And if you don't want to sit there and have to look again and search again, ask for 3. If you ask for 3, at least one of those is going to be the right DOI, and you won't have to continue looking for more sources. Why do you want to ask for open source? Because you don't want to find a source that you love the abstract and you find out it's behind a paywall and you don't have access. That's going to be a pain in the rear. And there's no guarantee that National University has access to it. But if it's open source, I can pretty much guarantee National University has it in their library. Now, let's scroll down and see what ChatGPT has brought me. Here are 3 qualitative, peer-reviewed, open source academic journals. Now, I put in my research questions, and that way it knows exactly what it is that it needs to bring up as far as the topic. You will have to put in whatever the topic is for your assignment. If it's a research paper that you're writing, you'll need to write your research question. If it's just, you've just decided on a topic for an English, assignment, well, that's where you would put it right here. My topic is. So right here we have qualitative, 3 of them. It says open PDF. That's amazing. Now, here's a good indicator if the DOI is not valid. Usually, it will not provide you the link to the source if the DOI is hallucinated. So don't just take it for face value. So let's go to the open PDF. View original. And what do you know? Here is the DOI. See, on that library document, it was saying on the top left-hand corner, that's not always the case. But here we have the DOI right here. And now we know this is a good DOI. It's on the paper itself. So what we're going to do is we're going to copy, and we're going to go to the library, and we are going to paste that sucker right here. Don't worry, no more worrying about if you got the right, keywords to bring up the sources. You've got a DOI, hit search, and bam, there it is. It comes right up, no going, oh crap, I have to figure out another keyword because it's not bringing up what I want. If you have the DOI, it'll take you right to the article. So now all you got to do is access the PDF and download it. Download that sucker, make a file, sources under your, under the name of whatever class you're in, and label it sources and put all your sources in that file. Something that is nice and can help you keep track. I know you've heard me talk about it before. Maybe some of you haven't read your text messages, but Scribber is an amazing resource. I'm going to take that DOI and I am now going to ask Scribber to cite that source for me. And what do you know? It has cited it for me. Now I have the ability to cite and just copy and paste a narrative and a parenthetical depending on which one I need and how I have, stated the information from that journal. And it's already started making my reference page for me. So, all right, fantastic. Let's go back to, let me get rid of that. Let's go back to GPT here. We've got our qualitative now. So we don't need, you can if you want to. You can go through all of these and see if those are sources that you like better. But, and it'll give you reasons why. But usually the one on the top is the one that is the most relevant. You can always, whatever you want to do. Me, I'm trying to get it done. So qualitative, quantitative is next. We want 3 of them, and they have provided 3. Now, let me see here. Open PDF. I'm going to go to this one. Now, it doesn't really give me the DOI, so that's unfortunate. You can take this information and try and find it in the library if you want to, but we're going to do things the quick way because I don't know about you, but I don't have time to be looking for resources all day. So let's check this one out. We're going to take this and we are going to go to the library. We are going to replace this with this one and oh, yep, okay. So let's see what this brings up. And let's make sure that that matches. Ehlers et al. Go back to here and make sure that it is good to go because I'll tell you straight up, it will hallucinate. And here we go. It does not give me a link to the actual source. So, measurement and mental health outcomes. So I don't think that that's a hallucination right there. That's not right. So we're gonna go to here. White Beckett Hall. Interesting. We get rid of that. We're gonna go up. Let's go right here. We have the DOI right here. Open this PDF. See, this is why you ask for 3. So depression affect historical loss among North American indigenous adolescents. So now we're going to go to the library. We're going to go ahead and hit this. Search. And what do you know? Winner, winner, chicken dinner. So now you just go ahead, access the PDF, download it, go to Scribr, copy and paste, cite, bam. Now you've got your reference page starting, and you have the ability to copy and paste your narrative and parenthetical if you use this source as well. So that's amazing. And we're going to go ahead and get rid of that. So now we have a qualitative and a quantitative. Now we're going to go down to mixed method. Let's open up this PDF and see what happens. Okay. Well, that's amazing, except for the fact that we don't have the DOI. So I know this is kind of, a different way of doing things. This is just a suggestion, take it or leave it. But I'm going to tell you, it's going to save you a lot of time. So let's open this PDF. This is going to be more realistically correct because it gives me the PDF to go straight to this article, and I can take the DOI straight from the article itself. I can go to the library, paste it, and search. Now I can go ahead and download the sucker, and I can go ahead and go here and paste it, cite it, and what do you know? Now I've got this started. Let's say we're gonna stop there. We've got a qualitative, quantitative, and a mixed method source. I'm going to copy it to my clipboard, and I'm going to paste it onto my reference page, and boom, I have a reference page done. My reference page is done. Now all I got to do is read the sources and write the paper. That's it. That's all you got to do. Now, I'm going to go a step further. If you just want to learn about DOI, you can stop the video here. However, if you would like to learn about another resource, it is called Speechify. I don't know about you, but I don't always have time to sit there and read everything. I have to make dinner. I have to clean my bathroom. I have responsibilities. I have to go and, watch a baseball game and be there for family, right? So, I mean, you don't have to, but when your kid has a baseball game, it's kind of a good idea to be there, right? So what you can do is use Speechify, and it will read your papers for you. right here. You can take that PDF, upload it to Speechify, and guess what? It's going to read everything to you.
Acculturation and changes in health among Navajo boarding school students.
Enough said. So now I can hook my Bluetooth up to my, and by the way, there's an app on your phone that you can access all this information to and have it read to you through your mobile device into your earbuds while you're watching your child at their, sporting event, baseball, basketball, whatever it is. Or if you're just driving and hooking it up to your car stereo and you can listen to it on the go. Well, I hope this was informative. If you have any questions at all, I am only a text message away. Please let me know if you found this video helpful and informative, and if it made any difference at all in the way you conduct your research to write your papers. And just remember, just a text message away. Hit me up. Let me know how you liked it. I'll talk to you guys later. You know where to find me. Bye.